Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? I hope your days are going good and your lives are going even better than that. We are going to be jumping into the band known as Within Destruction with their song called Hate Me. They are a Japanese deathcore band, and that's all I really know about them. A wonderful person on my Discord decided to give me this band to listen to. They were like, this band is amazing, it's Japanese, and that's all I absolutely needed to know, man. Either way, let's jump into it. I love the Oriental mix, man, it's so nice. Ooh, that pig squirrel there. So sick. Fuck, man, the dude's pronunciation is on point, man. You know, for like, normally when Japanese people try to speak English, it's kind of like, it just like the pronunciation's off, you know, their vowels are very much off, but this one's not. His pronunciation's on fucking point. Maybe it's the growl itself, maybe the pig squirrel and everything else is kind of going into that kind of level where it's just like, it's understandable. Vocals were on point, man, but still, let's keep going. That's such a ridiculous breakdown, man. Oh man. Mate, the video is so ridiculous. Look at him, man. He's like on a fucking pole headbanging. The fuck is actually happening with my life right now? Oh shit, okay. Let's just go into lyrics. The lyrics are very simple, man, but they're very awesome, man. It reminds me of fucking Slaughter to Prevail, like, you know, a Japanese Slaughter to Prevail. That's literally what it's reminding me of now. The Domo Arigato fucking breakdown, that made my day. Like, that's just like something I never thought I would ever be able to hear in my life, mate, but still. I don't give a fuck about my life. It would be the same if I vanish into thin air. My will to live and end it all in a constant strife. Blowing my head open would be my last affair, man. Like, he just doesn't give a fuck about his life. He doesn't care about living or dying or anything like that. Like, his will to live is all gone, and he's going to end it with constant strife, aggression, pain, all of that shit. Like, literally shooting himself in the head would be his very last affair. Then they have the Domo Arigato fucking breakdown. They're not pole dancers, but pole headbangers. Fucking legend, man. Yeah, you're totally right, Redfield, man. They are fucking pole headbangers. Oh, shit. All my friends have gone away. Depression is the only one to stay. Yeah, like a lot of us have felt that way over the past fucking couple of years with all of the pandemics and everything that have been hitting, man. That everybody's fucked off, and it's just been like all of us within our own mental state, trying to keep it together and just having depression slowly creeping and everything like that, man. But still, no one gives a fuck. It's very much true. Nobody really does give a fuck. Only a very few small amount of people in everybody's lives actually give a fuck, and even then, it's very rare to actually find people who do. your life is worthless and so are you. That's just funny. No one gives a fuck your life is worthless, so fuck you too. Like, it's not like the most like amazing lyrics, but it's still funny and still just like, you can't take it too seriously, you know what I mean? Like, I know the song is literally about depression in some places and it's about aggression, but like you can't take something so seriously. You have to kind of just laugh at. Like, you look at the video's not serious, the video is literally, it's all just like over the top for no fucking reason. Just one of those things that happens on it, so I don't give a fuck if you hate me because I already hate myself. And yeah, like, as in, like, it's not taking itself too seriously, but it's showing that kind of form of depression. So like, when you're depressed, it's not visible most of the time. You can put on that kind of facade that is where you can feel happy and everything. There's some of the most happiest people in the world have been so depressed they've killed themselves, so that's how it is. Like, the people who appear happy on the outside can be the most dead on the inside. Just one of those things that happens, and it's kind of what this video is representing, that even though he's feeling this way towards himself and everybody else, he's on the outside, it looks like he's having so much fun with everything he's doing, and it's like, you know, it's one of those things, but still. Let's keep going. Exactly. Whoa, that Oriental with like, hold on a second. That little stop with the Oriental theme, that was like so ridiculous, man. And Jay Richard, appearance versus reality is definitely a real thing. Like, it happens to so many of us, but still. They're doing proper Children of Bodom influence, like, because if you look at the lyrics, we're the Sad Boy Crew, like we are, what is it? We are the Hate Crew. Like, it's literally, you know, like two different things like going, like, you can tell where they took a lot of the influence from, because it is very much in that Alexi style, at least to me, but still. Ooh, that electronic, that's awesome. That is awesome, man. I love seeing, you know, the way that metal is interpreted in different countries. Like, you know, how deathcore is in Japan compared to Russia, compared to Europe, compared to America. Because each has its own different style. It has its own different way of doing it. Like, you could tell that a lot of, like, you know, the underground Japanese scene is very much about racing. It's very much about that underground scene of being around people. And, like, you can see it within the video that they're just, like, it's like a whole crew of people, because that's how it is. Like, in order to have, like a scene that works properly, like, especially in Japan, where everything is so structured and so ordered, and everything is structured in such a way where your success and your education kind of dictates where you go with your life, unless you're fortunate enough to be a singer or born into being rich or You know, something like that. It's just one of those things. So it really does make sense that in this culture, like having a crew as such would make more sense. Like that's why this kind of music would like evolve into that way where they enjoy metal, as like a ton of Japanese people literally enjoy their metal, but when they do it themselves, they kind of add in that kind of way. As like, you know, how Slaughter to Prevail did their own thing, like, you know, where they made their own style of deathcore. This band's doing exactly the same thing, where they're doing it within their own culture, and it sounds amazing. And yeah, Redfield, definitely. The lyrics are repetitive and simple, but the heaviness and complexity of the sound makes up for it. Exactly. Like, not every lyric needs to be amazing, not every lyric needs to be a masterpiece, but the way that it's presented needs to be amazing because, for instance, bands like Children of Bodom, their lyrics weren't complex, but what they spoke about and what they actually did is on a whole other level. Just the complexity of what Alexei wrote and what he came up with kind of like outshone everything else. And it's kind of showed that they were so insanely talented that even though some of their lyrics weren't 100% like great, everything else made up for it. It's just exactly the same kind of thing. So like it's literally like lyrics are literally, I can't believe I've got so mad my thoughts are blank in pitch black dark. Like, as in like the thoughts are gone now, it's all just darkness and depression and emptiness, like, and that's why the crew is there. That's why it says welcome to the sad boy crew, and it's kind of a meme but kind of not really a meme. It's kind of where it's saying this is my depression, this is the group of people that where we can handle our depression together and try to make up for it. And that's exactly what's happening, and it's actually such a sick way of kind of dealing with it. It's just like really awesome in that specific way. But either way, man, like left alone with my own suffering, empathy I cannot feel. I wish I had a smile on my face, but all I see is misery and disgrace. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, so like even though like it's very simple, the very simple message, it's a very deep message if you really go into it, and that's what all that matters in music, the deepness, what's meant to be taken from the music, all of that shit. And it's just amazing to listen to, man. Either way, such a sick band. I love finding or being given amazing Japanese bands, as like Japanese music is some of my favourite in the whole world, man. Either way, have a wonderful day, evening, or night, and I will catch you guys in the very next video. Until then, take it easy.